Johnny's Bar and Grill, Mexican and American cuisine with daily and weekly specials, juicy burgers, mouth-watering tacos, and more. 1519 West Highway 150 in Lincolnton.
Good evening and welcome. This is the WHKY News for Friday, October 18th. I'm Arianna Mack, in for Ralph Mangum. Be sure to watch the WHKY News every weekday on over-the-air TV on channel 14.2. You can also find us on Compass Skybest, Vibrant, TDS, and Comporium cable systems, and of course we're online at WHKY.com and on our YouTube channel. In today's top stories, the Office of Student Affairs at Lenoir Rhyne University, in partnership with the League of Women Voters of Catawba County, held Stroll to the Polls on Friday, October 18th, starting at 1 p.m. on Shaw Plaza on the Lenoir Rhyne campus. Participants heard remarks from campus leaders and City of Hickory Mayor Hank Guess before walking 1 mile to Highland Recreation Center to cast ballots in early voting. Students and organizers had this to say.
My name is Alex Barr. I'm one of the members of Pi Kappa Phi fraternity on LR's campus. We're a national organization, but we have a chapter here on this campus. And kind of what we're doing out here today is we're supporting National Pan-Hellenic Council, which is the Divine Nine fraternities and sororities on our campus that are sponsoring this event today. And we're just kind of out here showing Greek love and supporting one another in the events that we do on campus. Just make sure you go vote.
So I'm Marlicia Walker. I'm the Vice President of the National Pan-Hellenic Council here, which is also known as Divine Nine, but I'm also the President of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, which is one of the MPAC sororities here on campus.
And what does today's early voting event mean to you?
So Stroll to the Polls is a huge event in terms of citizens exercising their civic right to vote. Is especially for students, me being out of state, it allows me to vote here on campus, to vote with my Hickory and LR community. So it's really significant in that aspect.
I am honored and privileged to be here on the campus of Lenoir Rhyne University today. Especially I'm honored that I see such active and engaged faculty and students to get out the vote here in Hickory, North Carolina. Give yourself a round of applause. Yeah. So it's exciting to me that you're active and engaged, but it's also exciting to me that you've put forth the time and the education to look into this. It's not just going and saying, okay, I don't know this person, but I'm going to check that block. I don't know who, I saw their sign, I'm going to check that block. That's not what this is about. And I know that's not what y'all are doing. Y'all have researched and you've educated yourself on who you think the best person will be to represent your values and your beliefs. And that's what voting's all about.
Today is not just an ordinary day. It is a day we exercise one of the most important civic rights, the right to vote. Stroll to the Polls is a nonpartisan event that demonstrates our commitment to civic engagement. Together, we are showing the world that the students, faculty, and staff of Lenoir Rhyne University, along with the City of Hickory, are registered and ready to vote.
Yeah. Stroll to the Polls was founded in 2018 to encourage voter registration and participation around the United States, with a special focus on encouraging young voters to get involved. Be sure to get out and vote. WHKY's Rob Eastwood sat down with District Attorney Scott Riley, who discussed how Hurricane Helene affected the court system.
Joining us, as he does each month here on WHKY News, is District Attorney Scott Riley, 36th Prosecutorial District, which is Catawba, Burke, and Caldwell counties. Thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
I guess in some ways, although folks in Catawba County were certainly impacted by Hurricane Helene, to the west of us it was much worse. But really, as far as the 36th Prosecutorial District, there have been some changes as a result of the storm. Tell us about what's been going on in the court system.
Right, thank you. Of course, we are a three-county district, Burke, Caldwell, and Catawba County. And all three counties were affected. Burke probably the worst. They're still going through debris removal. So we were basically, as far as the justice system was concerned, out of court for a week. The biggest hurt that we suffered justice-wise was we had to continue a first-degree murder case that was a 2-year-old case. Really disappointing. We had witnesses flying in from Hawaii, and that was a very difficult decision to make. That case has now been continued until May. But with us being out of court for a week, we have a large number of employees that work in Burke and Caldwell County. They were without power, without water. Yeah. So we basically, they were off for the week. But I was very proud of our staff because of all the things that they did on their own. A number of people volunteered with Samaritan's Purse and actually went up into the western part of the state to aid in the cleanup. Others volunteered with some restaurants down here to pack food for delivery up into the western part of the state. So I was very proud of that. Very proud of Sheriff Brown in Catawba County. He took so many of his deputies for days up into Yancey County to aid in the rescue and recovery in the affected areas up there.
Well, thank you so much for the update. We appreciate all that you do, and I know that, boy, we've had these last few years, it seems like, one hurdle after another. So you've had a couple of interesting terms in office so far.
That's correct, and but this is a minor inconvenience compared to what other people are going through, so we'll be just fine.
Well, thank you, Scott Riley. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you next month.
Thank you very much, Rob.
Scott Riley, the District Attorney for the 36th Prosecutorial District, which includes Catawba, Burke, and Caldwell counties, as he mentioned. He joins us each month here on WHKY News.
Thank you, Rob. Visit WHKY.com for the latest news and weather forecast anytime you need it. I'm Arianna Mack, in for Ralph Mangum. You are watching the WHKY News.